good days to all the people who watching this video. I am Fatua bin Ishamuddin. Here I will be discussing about a book called 21st Century Science Space. It was written by Robin Conrad. It was published in 2002 by Frankly Walks Australia. It contains 80 chapters which included topics such as Sun, Moon, and Earth, the planets, the stars, the galaxy, and the universe, and many more interesting chapters in this book. I am particularly interested in reading how astronomy today still depends on telescope to investigate the secret of the star and space. Modern telescopes are giant-sized with huge mirrors to gather the faint light from the heavenly body. Radio telescopes are used to pick up the radio waves that stars and galaxies give up. And telescopes are sent into space on satellite to see the universe more clearly and to pick up the rays that we cannot detect on Earth. Apart from that, from this book, I learned the next target for human explore has to be the red planet, Mars. It is relatively close and the only other planet human could land on and explore safely. But space probes have shown that its atmosphere is too thin and its climate is too cold for us to live there. It requires far more better rocket and advanced life support system in which everything would have to be recycled. But such problem will eventually be overcome in the future. Mars will be explored and conquered. Before I read this book, I asked myself so many questions about the space, like where are the stars born? What do we know about the extraterrestrial life? How do scientists see into the outer reach of space? Well, the purpose of this book is not only memory to information about the space, but also to provide answers to questions for reader. I highly recommend this book to all the space nerds out there because it provides a great information about the space. Just like one of the famous female scientists ever said, nothing in life is to be feared, it's only to be understood. Now it's time to understand more, so that we may fear less, by Mary Curie. That included my reviews for this book. This is me, Fatua, signing off.
Assalamualaikum and hello, my name is Muhammad Zaifazik from SMK Tasik Daman. Today I will be discussing a book titled 21st Century New Materials by Robin Conrad. It was published in 2003 by Franklin Watts Australia. It contains 15 chapters which concludes topics such as raw material, metal, ceramics, and even crystals. I am particularly interested in a topic called clever crystals. From this book, I found out that lasers are made out of a crystal called artificial ruby, which is a rod with two mirrors at both ends. After further reading, I also discovered that plastics are normally electrical insulators. By doping certain polymers with special chemicals, they can be turned into conductors of electricity. Conducting polymers can be used to make batteries, shield radiation, paints, and even clothing fibers. The best known and original synthetic fiber is nylon, plastic known as a polyimide. Fibers are made by melting the plastic and forcing it through a spinneret. Polyester and acrylic are other two common synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are very much stronger than normal fibers. They resist insect attack, do not rot, and do not absorb water, which makes them drip dry. However, copper is still the best cheap conductor, which is why most copper is used in the electrical industry. Gold is an even better conductor, but silver is the best. Gold is expensive, of course, but its superlative ability to conduct electricity makes it the best for the conducting path in microchips. Pity that gold is so rare and expensive. Plus, it has another important property. It resists corrosion, which is the process that attacks and breaks down metals. The name for common attack by all common substances. The only substance that will attack it is aqua regia, meaning royal water. This is a mixture of the most concentrated sulfate and nitric acids. In fact, chemicals attack most metals. Oxygen in the air corrodes metals. Iron, for example, is attacked by oxygen and changes to the oxide we know as rust. In time, iron rusts away completely. This brings me to the end of my presentation. To summarize, even if you have no interest in such materials, I think you will still be able to enjoy flipping through this book. The contents are simplified for easier understanding, but still informative, despite being only 44 pages long. Albert Einstein, one of the most influential scientists of the 20th century, once said, "The important thing is not to start questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. One cannot help but be in awe, contemplates the mysteries of the eternity of life, and of the marvelous structure of reality." Again, this concludes my presentation. Thank you so much for your interest and attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Nur Safian Zahar binti Azli, kelas 4SN dari Sekolah SMA Kinta Damai. Pada hari ini saya mahu menulis buku dalam bidang STEM yang bertajuk Perubatan. Penulis buku ini adalah Anironi, penterjemahan dari Muhammad Nur Azli. Buku perubatan ini ialah terjemah yang sah daripada buku Perubatan Stem Cell, Jenis and Supermin, terbitan Animal Library, Harcourt Jordan, Hill also Ox 2, XEG, bahagian pada Harcourt Education. Buku ini telah dicetak sebanyak 2 kali. Yang pertama, cetakan pada 2010. Yang kedua, cetakan pada tahun 2011 dengan kebenaran Capsule Global Library Limited. Okey, apa maksud perubatan? Perubatan itu adalah satu, penyembuhan penyakit dari segi sains telah diamalkan sejak beribu tahun yang lalu. Malah manusia hidup paling awal sekali pun menggunakan tumbuhan sebagai ubat mereka. Yang dapat saya bincangkan oleh buku ini adalah buku ini telah membincangkan pasal kemajuan menakjubkan dalam bidang sains moden dan teknologi pada masa kini. Selain memberikan tumpuan kepada penumbuhan saintifik dan kejayaan penting, terkini dapat membentuk dunia dan masa depan kita. Jadi, walaupun telah diamalkan selama beribu tahun, pada zaman kini masih lagi menggunakan perubatan-perubatan pada masa yang lalu. Walaupun perubatan itu sejak 200 tahun lalu, bidang perubatan telah mencapai kemajuan yang sangat pesat. Kini kita menggunakan pelatihan teknik yang tidak dapat dibayangkan oleh nenek moyang kita dahulu. Itu saja yang dapat saya ulaskan daripada buku ini. Sekian, terima kasih.